Hi, welcome back everyone. How are you all doing? I hope you had a wonderful week. Hello, welcome back. Hi. Alright, so I'm sure that most of you here, at least at the start, well, 4 of you, good to see you all back. It's always nice to have you. So, you know the drill and what I usually do for this, so if ever you have any questions or requests, please ask. It is wonderful to have all of you back here, including the one lurker, whoever they may be. Glad to have you here. Alright, well, with you all here, let's get started. I hope you all had a wonderful week, and I hope I can help you relax. I love you. one that I did last week that seemed to be quite like. Indeed it is. Alright, so I'm going to do a trigger I haven't done before. If anyone finds it uncomfortable or hard to listen to, please say. I wanted to give it a try and see what you thought. Is stretching a rubber balloon. I heard someone make it to imitate a bowstring and thought it sounded alright, although I can't seem to get it right. It sounds like you need some help that I can't offer. I actually grabbed a second one to see how that would sound. And I'm not really a fan of the second one. So I might just do the first one again in the future, but not the second. It's a little too, I don't know. But it's not exactly the sound I was looking for. So let's get back to regular triggers. That one isn't as good when I'm not cutting something. Now you may have to forgive me for this next one. I wanted to do some humming, but I'm definitely not the most used to it, so it sometimes takes a little for me to actually sound right. So, once again, if you want me to stop, please ask. Hmm. Sorry. Hmm. I have multiple songs stuck in my head, so it's making this surprisingly hard. Alright, let me try that again. Mm-hmm. 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 Alright, and that's going to be the end of that for now. Thank you for sitting through it, and I hope it wasn't terrible. But once again, we've come to the latter half part of the stream, where there'll be a lot more talking and less back and forth on the triggers. However, like usual, if anyone has a request or something they really want to hear, I will still do it for you. Otherwise, now is the perfect time to ask any questions or whatever else you might want to say. And we'll just take it nice and easy. Simple and relaxing. But if you were here for all the triggers, which there weren't that many people this week, it's sad, but I'm glad that everyone who was here stayed along with, well, what I'm offering you. And now we get to just relax and talk together. But in the lulls, I will occasionally just start doing a random trigger sometimes, like some tapping. And, well, if no one says anything, then I might start after calling you all. That wasn't grammar. Well, I might have to start calling you all good boys. And if you don't want that, all you have to do is ask. And if you do, well, I guess you can also ask. Although I guess it's the same for any of the girls here, if there are any of you. I know that ASMR is actually surprising how predominantly it's listened to by men. Hmm, that is a good question. How are you all doing? As I was saying, it's a area that has a lot more male viewers than female, but just like me, I know there are also a lot of other girls out there who really enjoy listening to triggers to relax. They just don't get nearly enough recognition. Oh, nice. Hmm. Well, I'm always glad to have you here. Actually, I believe that tomorrow's video is actually going to be a good girl video for anyone who wants to listen. And if you're seeing this VOD, then it will have been yesterday. Also, I guess that means for you, Teme, you are somewhere in Europe? Nice to have you here. Sweet and lovely. Well, I hope you have a wonderful Friday and enjoy your day off. That's good too. Work can be so stressful, so I'm glad you decided to spend your time after with me here. Means a lot, and I will always be glad to have you. It's lovely to have you all here. Decent amount of people have turned up now, which is kind of surprising since there weren't that many earlier. But that's fine. I'm glad you're all here now. The worst. It's a shame that auto sorters are so expensive and so incredibly inconvenient. Well, good luck with that and don't hurt yourself. And I mean that seriously. I've had some backaches from sorting. It's never fun when that happens. So try to be careful and maintain good posture. It's really important. And it's something that I really need to work on. You also have a lot. It's a great set. It's unfortunate that it was the last Phyrexian set, but still a really fun one. Really. I think I ended up opening two and only pulled a single one. Same thing with the braiders. They were really rare, which is quite sad. Mm, yeah, I loved that set. It was a really, really well made one. Very fun to play with. And it gave us Mother of Machines. All hail, praise be Elish Nord and all of that. As much as people complain about her, she is so fun. Although I might be part of the problem. But what does that matter? She's just too cool to not play. I think in about 3 boxes, I only opened about 3, which is disappointing. So I'm glad you had better luck than me. Well, unless they were Algin-Gataxias. He's pretty bad. The rest are fun. Well, Arbrask is one of the better ones, just behind Shieldred. Also, for anyone else here, feel free to hop in or derail. I'd love to talk to any of you who wants to. Amber's the most vocal, and I really appreciate that. It means I don't have to talk into the void. But I still love hearing from anyone who wants to. Yes, his being red makes him surprisingly difficult to play on Phyrexians. I just want them to print a new 5-color, because perfect jelly bean is nice, but I'd really love to be able to run a Praetor. 5-color Yawgmoth, just, I don't see them ever printing. He is very much so mono black. But I could see them doing some kind of 5-color Phyrexian deck in something like Modern Horizons 4. That's possible. Oh, and for anyone who wants to talk, I do want to ask, what did you think about the rubbery stretching as well as humming? I unfortunately didn't think to turn off the background music I have, so it made it surprisingly hard to keep up a tune. Kept getting distracted, but I hope it wasn't that bad. Good. I'm glad. I was worried because every time I've done a video with humming, I spend the first 10 or so minutes warming up so that it actually sounds good at the start. People, well, at least around me, don't really hum in their day-to-day life. I mean, maybe I should start. But it always feels unusual to do it in public. So, I'm at least glad you enjoyed it here. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I really should have thought that my arms would do that before I stretched, not after. Well, that's always really nice. Whenever I'm working, I have music going on in the background, so I hardly need to hum. Occasionally I'll sing along, but only sometimes. Oh, actually, there was one thing I wanted to say, because my YouTube channel is getting close to 1,000 subscribers, which is very exciting. And I wanted to do something special when it does, but I'm not sure what, so I'll probably end up doing a community request or a poll, but I don't know. Thank you. I don't really know what would be good as a options. So if anyone has any suggestions about anything I could put on it, I just want to do something, whether it's a change or something extra for everyone who's been with me here, including you all. I just don't know what exactly to do. I mean, I also want to ask whether the people who actually watch me would want ads at the start of the video. Definitely not mid-roll. Those are atrocious in ASMR and should not exist. But I've been debating whether, when I can, if I should actually put in ads. I don't want to do them here, but it'd be nice. That way I could put what little money it makes back into the channel to make more things and have more stuff for you all. But I also know that they aren't the most fun to listen to, so if people really don't want them, I'm perfectly fine just leaving them out. This, however, is the only time I'm really able to talk to you all who listen to me and watch me, so I thought it would at least be nice to talk to you first and ask, just because Hmm, yeah, whenever I'm watching YouTube, I also have premium. There are way too many now, and that's kind of the problem. I know a lot of people like not having any ads, and I think it's nice that as a small channel, I don't need to worry about them because, well, even if I was larger, what I make from them with how many views I get is so negligible that I debated just waiting until my videos get more, but there is also a chance that YouTube would push my content more if there is ads. But that doesn't really matter right now. I will have to decide once the count actually gets above 1,000. Although, alternatively, is there anything you think I should change with my content? I'm still really new, so that is another reason why I always ask for suggestions in my videos and posts. I like to hear from you all. I often record late at night, so I don't really know what exactly I should change else, just to make it better for you all to listen and watch. People like to turn their brain off, but some people like to actually watch the video even if there's nothing going on, which is why I got the animated background for you all. I just can't really afford them anymore, which is another reason to add so I could slowly save up to afford more. But until then, I hope you'll keep enjoying what I make. And even after, please, if you have any requests or suggestions, I'm always open to feedback. This talking section was another nice one that I'm glad I asked about because if I didn't, I probably wouldn't have started doing it. It's nice. Originally, before I started making ASMR and decided to do that one, I was trying to figure out what I could do. I don't actually know if I've talked about this. I probably have and just forgot. But I would always see VTubers and people making these react content and news videos and, well, and ASMR, which was what I often consumed. And I had a hard time deciding to do this one because I also just love being able to talk with you all. So I thought having that normal VTuber content would be nice, but a lot of those people have professionals behind them and studios, which is a lot more than I can say. So I'll be happy just staying back here as a small, well, I guess right now, a PNG tuber. Hopefully I can change that eventually. I, but until then, you'll have to make do with my current model. Sorry, I lost my train of thought again. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I'm sure it also helps that they have either more rigged models or, I'm not gonna lie, better photos for the actual, what's it called? Video for you to click on. I am getting some thumbnails. Thank you so much. I'm getting a couple models made for that. So hopefully I can have some varying ones eventually. But once again, I'm not an artist. I can't draw at all. And actually having them made is not cheap. Yeah. That's wonderful. My model definitely isn't going anywhere. I just want to upgrade it eventually. And who knows, maybe if I decide to, I will branch off and start making some secondary content. But that seems unusual given my channel is literally called nornaSMR. But I did think about having video games in the background. I just don't really have any that would really fit doing ASMR in front of the game. Which is fine. I'm more than happy to continue doing this as long as people can keep enjoying it and I can keep growing. If of course ever changes, maybe one day with requests I will do more stuff like video games or just chatting and relaxing streams that are less ASMR focused. But again, that's really not something I'm going to focus on. I like doing this. I just wish I could do more for everyone who comes to watch what I do. I love having you all here, and honestly, it is a bit of a dream to be able to make videos for people. And that's really it. Well, I don't know what ASMTR is, but thank you so much. I'm glad to have you here. It's really nice. I also definitely don't feel bad about that. I know there are a lot of artists who are a lot better than me. I mean, I'm just starting and have a lot of issues. And even I think someone like Kabuki Koi is incredible. But I also want to make things that you can't find elsewhere. So if someone has requests in videos, I would like to focus on those because sometimes you just can't find exactly what you were looking for from someone else. So I thought that at least I could try to make things that others aren't, which in this case is just doing what is requested of me. Which, of course, I am more than happy to do. It is like the main reason I started doing this was to make things for people. Hence why, well, it's another reason why I always ask in my video descriptions, which I know a lot of people don't actually read, but if there's anything you want me to make for you, I would much rather do requests than come up with my own ideas because I'm repeating myself, but I want to do them. So I'm glad you can all join me here, and hopefully I can keep improving, even if it's really slow. But until I can make really good content, I hope you'll sit with my acceptable videos and at the very least enjoy having things made specifically for you when you ask. And if you don't ask and just enjoy listening in the background, that's fine too. And the people who just sit there and listen are kind of the only reason that video channels like mine can grow and get consistent viewership. So I'm more than happy to receive that too. Ooh, my arms are all cracky right now. Bad posture will do that. You always want to watch out. Also, for anyone else here who just started, if you do have any requests for some triggers right now, please feel free to ask. Even though it's mostly just talking, if someone does have anything they'd like to ask me to do, I will happily oblige. And if not, you can always just ask questions or listen to my voice. Both are fine. I do forget things quite often and consistently, so I will probably forget by next week anyways. You know, know, that really sounds like something to stop forgetting. If you're playing a track that you should know about all of the counters on everything. Stop being a fool and stop missing your triggers. More do. The more you miss your triggers, the less people will be annoyed about wristic study. So, I won't complain. Hopefully, they'll complain less when I play a study on them. Oh, and for anyone who isn't aware, what we're talking about is Magic the Gathering, which is also where my model comes from. Well, what it's based on. Don't worry, I do. And Norn would definitely shake her head if she heard you're forgetting to poison your opponents. Disappointing. Well, there's only about 10 minutes before I usually end. So if anyone has any few things they want to say or have me say or do near the end here, now would be the perfect time to ask. Or forever hold your peace for this week. I'll be back next, of course. I will eventually have to change some streaming because of school, but that'll only happen once a month. So, for at least now, everyone can still enjoy these consistent, albeit slightly short, streams. Which I hope is nice, at least, that they're consistent. That's the big thing I try to do. Same thing with videos. The same days at the same time every week. Maybe with enough pattern recognition, people will watch more. Although, again, that doesn't really work with ASMR. It's more of a relaxing type of video, not one you watch to enjoy as much, so it would be kind of hard for people to tune in on every video as soon as it comes out. I'm immensely thankful for those who do. I'm just surprised that there are more than a few. I love seeing it. I'm just surprised. Well, that's not going to change anytime soon. I like doing the 4 videos a week with the live stream. It's enough for people to still get a variety and for me to still have time so I don't get exhausted because it's fun, but making them every night, especially because I make these before I go to sleep, does mean that I'm usually already tired, and after making one, I'm usually pretty out of it. It's the same with the stream. By the end, I get pretty tired, so it's nice to do them near the end of my night. Oh, absolutely not. That's why I stopped trying to do 7 videos a week when I realized that it was not good or fun to do that many. 4 is, however, very fun. Also, seeing people enjoy them is incredibly nice and definitely makes it worth it to make these. So, as long as you keep enjoying, I'll keep creating. If I ever have a live stream where I have 0 viewers the entire time, that would probably be a reason to stop doing things for a bit, but I doubt that'll ever happen. Not with people as wonderful as you here. So thank you for being here every time. You will definitely make it worth doing this. So I'll say it again. I love you. Which is actually another one that I kind of like. Just hearing the I love you. It's less triggering, but it's nice and kind of a relaxing thing to hear. Which is probably similar to why people enjoy hearing the good girl and good boy. They're just nice to hear. It's really enjoyable to feel someone next to you when you're listening, which is probably why they're so popular or why so many people enjoy them. Although affirmations in general can definitely feel lacking in our day to days, and seeing someone cute or pretty care about you is so wonderful. And what's prettier or cuter than lovely anime girls? So it's pretty clear why VTubers became so popular. And at least for me, it's really nice to be able to do this because, well, I don't like cameras, and I do not have a space that would allow for recording. So, for years to come, it's going to be VTubering, which is nice. It's different, but you can still get that same personal feeling better when it's a fully rigged VTuber instead of what I'm using, but that's pretty obvious. Well, I don't really want to go into a long rant about disconnection between people these days. I am not that type of channel. I make ASMR to help you relax. And until people want differently, that's probably all I'm going to do. We are now coming up on the end though, so if there's any last things anyone wants to say or ask, now's a good chance, and if not, we'll be ending for today. Thank you all so much for coming this week. It is so lovely to have you here. I hope you can continue enjoy watching my things and videos and anything else until next week, where I hope to see you back if you want. I love you all. It's so wonderful to have you and do these things for you. I enjoy talking, and I enjoy having you all be here with me. So thank you for being here. And thank you for listening to me rant and make triggers for you. Thank you for everyone who came to chat. You're all amazing. I love you all so much. Now, have either a really good night or a wonderful day. You're welcome. Alright, now I'll say goodbye one last time. And I will. Don't forget, all will be one. Bye.